In the cozy corner of Maple Street, under the old oak tree, the neighborhood dogs gathered for their morning meeting. This wasn't your average get-together, it was the Bark Council, where every pup had a say. The air buzzed with excitement, each tail wagging a story waiting to be told. As the sun peeked through the leaves, casting dappled shadows on their furry faces, Max, the unofficial leader, and the sprightly beagle called the meeting to order. His voice was as smooth as his coat, and his eyes sparkled with mischief. Order! Order! Let's get this council started. We have much to discuss and even more to sniff. Around him, a circle of dogs of all sizes and breeds settled down. Some sprawled lazily on the grass, others sat attentive and eager. They were not just pets, they were friends, philosophers, and comedians, each bringing their unique perspective to the table, or in this case, to the patch of grass. Max, with his keen sense of smell and even keener sense of humor, was the first to speak. Welcome, fellow canines. Today we have some new tales among us. He gestured with a paw towards a shy poodle named Daisy and a hyperactive dachshund named Frank.
Hello everyone, I love long walks and hate when it rains. My favorite treat? Carrot sticks. She blushed under her fur, not used to the spotlight.
And I'm all about the chase. If it moves, I'm on it.
The rest of the pack introduced themselves one by one. There was Bruno, the wise old bulldog with stories from 1,000 walks, and Bella, the adventurous husky who dreamed of snow. Each dog was distinct, each bark a different tune, creating a symphony of woofs and whines that was music to any dog lover's ears.
Let's share a bit about our mornings, suggested Bella, her voice as smooth as a sled on snow. I start my day with a howl at the dawn, then it's off to the races with my human. Her blue eyes twinkled with the thrill of her morning escapades.
I prefer a more leisurely start. A good stretch, a hearty breakfast, and then I'm ready for my morning nap. His deep bark echoed slightly, a testament to many years of wisdom and perhaps a few too many treats.
Max chimed in with a wag of his tail. And I'm all about the sniff. Each morning is a new adventure. Who knows what I'll find today? A lost bone, a new friend, or perhaps a mystery that needs solving. His enthusiasm was infectious, and several tails began wagging in agreement.
Perhaps we could negotiate. I've heard they're very fond of nuts. Maybe we could trade them something. Her hopeful tone suggested a world where all creatures, no matter how fluffy or feathery, could get along. Narrator: the squirrels are taunting us again, huffed Frank, his tiny body quivering with indignation. We need a plan. We can't let them think they own the backyard. His bark was high-pitched, filled with the frustration of many failed chases.
Or maybe, just maybe, we could organize a little distraction. While they're busy with one of us, the rest could reclaim the yard. His eyes glowed with the thrill of the scheme, and around him, tails thumped in agreement.
Speaking of schemes, Bella began, her husky voice filled with excitement. I propose an adventure beyond the fence. The legendary park of Evergreen awaits. Her tail swished like a flag leading a charge.
An expedition, you say? Count me in. But we'll need a plan. We can't just run off willy-nilly. There are leashes and gates to consider.
Max perked up, ears twitching. He began pacing, each step a part of the unfolding strategy.
I know all the weak spots in the fence. And Daisy, you could distract the humans with your adorable antics.
The group buzzed with ideas, each contribution building on the last, their collective excitement growing like a snowball down a hill. The day of the adventure arrived. Under the cloak of early morning, the pack met at the weakest point in the fence. Max, with his map memorized, led the way.
Stick close and watch for the signal.
Bruno served as the lookout, his bulky frame surprisingly effective at blocking the view. And one by one they slipped through the gap, their hearts pounded not just from the effort but from the thrill of the unknown. S4, all clear.
Once in the park, they executed their plan with precision. Frank dug up the hidden bones they had scented out on previous walks, while Daisy and Bella created diversions by charming every human in sight.
It was teamwork at its finest, each dog playing their part with gusto.
We're a tight-knit group, but there's always room for one more, right? Her question hung in the air, each dog pondering the value of inclusivity. S4. Name's Toby. I smelled your fun and thought maybe I could join. Narrator. Out from the bushes came a scruffy terrier, his tail low but his eyes friendly.
Bruno nodded slowly. The more, the merrier. As long as you're up for adventures and don't mind a bit of squirrel chasing. Laughter, or the dog equivalent, erupted around the group as Toby wagged his tail, accepted into the fold. Today was fun, But it's not just about the adventure. It's about who you share it with. Baxter as Max. And about welcoming new friends. Toby here might not know all our rules yet, but he's got spirit. And that's what counts. He rolled over, looking at Toby with a grin.
It's also about trust. We trusted each other out there, and look what we accomplished. A bone for each of us and a new friend to boot. Her words wrapped around them like a warm blanket, comforting and true.
Friendship isn't just about the good times. It's about sticking together when the yard gets rough, or when a new dog shows up with nowhere to go.
Daisy, Bella, Frank, and the others joined in a howl, not of loneliness or need, but of unity and joy. Their voices rose together, a chorus of life's simple but profound joys. As the howl faded, they nuzzled each other, the bonds of friendship stronger than ever.
And so, under the watchful eye of the moon, each dog trotted back to their respective homes, hearts full and tails wagging. In the world of humans, they were just pets. But to each other, they were family, and every day was a chance to bark with laughter and unleash the joy of true friendship. Narrator. As the moon rose high and the stars twinkled like scattered treats, the dogs of Maple Street headed home. Their adventure was over, but the stories of the day would be told over many bowls of water and shared bones. Baxter as Max. Remember, every dog has its day, but the real treasure is having your pack to share it with. Toby nodded, his eyes bright with the promise of many adventures to come.